Alright, so welcome back to another video. I just kind of wanted to show you a lose I had today, I guess, or a loss, as most people would put it. So I met a guy that I know locally, and he knows I've been buying RC lots, and he said, hey, I've got a lot I want to sell. I said, oh, well, cool. Send me over the info, and we'll see. So when I met up with him, on my part, it wasn't very smart. I didn't look through everything the way I should have. And it's mostly junk. I mean, I got a Slash tool drive from him that was supposed to be pretty much complete, but of course it's not. We're going to try to make the best of it. And today on the video, we're going to try to get the Slash back together. This sadly does not have the 272R, of course. I mean, it does have some nice front end parts. It does have the tooling, so I think this might have been a VXL. Unless maybe he made it a VXL or something. I don't know. But we're going to try to put it together with just what we have from him. We're going to try to get the chassis, make the chassis a slider, because then at least I could probably get something for it. But I need to find my kit that I have to do that. So let me see if I can find that quick, and I'll be right back. So guys, I just found my toolkit here. I'm gonna do that. Let's get you guys right here, right over the table. So, if I'm not mistaken, that goes like that, and I just hold on by 2 screws. And they will not be countersunk. So let's see what screws we all got here. I guess this one. I guess these 2 here. I don't want to go online, guys, and pull up the schematics, but that's enough fun. We're going to try putting screws in. If they fit, they fit, right? No, I'm just kidding. I know where all these screws go on this thing. I pulled enough of these apart, guys. Make sure I'm not missing any screws. There's a pin there. Both don't have any screws that go up. Nope, there's no bearings that are supposed to be there, so that's good. Let's put this on. So that's going to go like that. 2 of the small. Oh yeah, 2.5, guys. If you guys get bored, you're welcome to skip forward in the video. See how far I was actually able to get on this thing. And now, on this front plate up here, it's going to be 2 big button heads. That should be this one and this one. actually would have been a great time to put an LCG chassis on this Slash and make an LCG, but if I'm being honest, guys, I probably won't keep this for myself just because I'm not a huge two-wheel drive Slash guy. So that's all the front end gets held on by, guys. That's crazy. Alright, guys, so now that we got that front end back on there, let's go ahead and get this rear end put on. I'm trying to remember. Okay. This truck is so weird because another one. It's funny because I think you guys watching this video probably realizing how long I've actually been in the hobby just doing this by freehand. With slashes. Guys, there's truthfully nothing to a Slash. If you take a Slash all the way apart and put it back together, you're like, why the hell is Traxxas charging so much for this? Because there's nothing to them. And that's literally the truth. Slash two-wheel drive, nothing to them. So guys, this is the rear end put on, but as you can see, there's still stuff missing. And what's missing is going to be this piece right here. And if you look at the Slash without that piece, just how flimsy it is, it's crazy. So let's throw this on here now, it should be more balanced. Get a little closer and make sure you guys can see what I'm doing here. So now we'll grab this piece. So now once again, we're going to need two of these. This way, this side in. And guys, when you look at these RC trucks, if you've been around them enough, you really start to see like how things go together. What I'm saying is, I guess after a while, it becomes pretty simple. And you know, if you're a big Traxxas guy, one of the things you should really do is you should go and you should buy yourself a Slash kit. if you haven't built before, and just build it. It's so cool just to build one. As you can see, there's nothing to it. And they're not that expensive either, if I remember right. I could be incorrect, but next we're going to do the back skid here out of the chassis. It's going to be a lot of these bigger ones here. Should be there. This one. These lower ones go on the back side. One in here. Those are it said supposedly the Slash had minimal runtime on it. Let's see, so I can get these screws to go in, and I'm going to guess that's probably because I don't have this lined up. I'm wondering if I should flip this rear bumper off. That would make it a little bit easier, but maybe we'll try going ahead and putting these bigger ones first. I don't get why I'm doing this by hand. I have tools to not do this by hand, but I figure for nostalgia reasons we'll do it by hand. There we go. So that's what was going on. I needed that to pop down. Did you guys hear that? Can you still see me what I'm doing? Yeah, so I can move back here a little bit. So now those back two screws I had should go right in. The Slash isn't in bad shape, but one of the things I'll say is I noticed that the screws are all really rusty. And guys, that's just careless acts. When it really comes down to it, if we're all being honest with each other, it's not too hard to make sure your screws don't get rusty. If you run your stuff in the water, guys, just dry it off quick. It don't take much to do. If your mom has a blow dryer, your dad has a blow dryer, your wife has a blow dryer, it's so easy to do, guys. I'm not getting the ones to go in. Dun, 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 dun. next thing to do will probably be to put this linkage on. So these should be the two front drives. And then now he's got these really long screws in here, and I'm going to share a secret with you guys about putting screws into the metal here. It's really kind of common sense, but I'll be right back to show you. Alright guys, so before we actually put those ends on, I'm going to come to this other side to make it a little easier on myself. I'm going to push this one over. Let's get the screw through that one too. So there's that. This one put on quick. So there we go with that one. We're going to take out these tremendously long screws. I got some shorter screws here we'll put in. So now, if I'm not wrong, I don't believe I am when it comes to this, I believe these go on the top. Actually, we'll do that in the bigger side. So that should go on the top. And now, a secret to these guys is when you're putting screws into metal like these end hubs here, or these hubs or whatever the hell you want to call them, steering knuckles, I guess is what they would actually be. Do a little dab of Loctite. You don't need much. And this is red, so you just need a tiny bit. We'll just get that on there. So when you're running this thing and it starts rattling around, stuff ain't falling out of your knuckles. So there we go. Get the steering all working there. Flip it to the other side, get the other side on. Do a little bit more Loctite on there. And see, you don't need to go crazy with the Loctite. Just a tiny little bit. Let it sit 24 hours before you run it. Which this thing will probably be sitting around 24 hours. There we go. It's nice and tight on there. So there's still a couple things I'm missing, sadly. So here is the ESC. We can throw this on. And you don't need the Loctite screws that are going into plastic, guys. You know what, actually I'm going to leave the ESC off for now. I'm going to give this thing a really, really good scrub. Hey guys, I'm back. I got some more screw kits here because I remembered while I was upstairs, I was looking at this thing, and I'm like, there's something missing. I forgot to put that front bumper piece in there. So I do have it. I don't remember seeing the screws for it though. So I don't think the screws, these screws aren't right for it. So I do got some. I found this brush motor. I'm going to try to put it in here to see if we can get it to work. And how I test my brush motors, guys, is grab a 2S LiPo, plug one in. You just see that? That is a working motor. So we're going to mount this in quick, hopefully. Should be 2mm. I'm hoping these screws are the right size. There we go. Looks like this motor is going to work. Let me throw my other motor screw in here. So there we go. Motor is put in. We will hope that the Traxxas ESC wires are long enough to reach back to that. If not, we'll have to make extensions or buy extensions. Let's go ahead and quickly throw on this front motor piece here. It should just be, if I'm not mistaken, it should just be M3 to M3. So let me make sure of that. So it is not. There's M4 screws in the top part of this bumper. You're not seeing any in here. So these ones should be all M3 though. So we'll throw those in quick. This kit. I hope you guys can see this here. I'll turn it here in a second so you guys can get a better shot at it when I'm doing this. So sadly I do not have these black screws. They are missing. So we will use plastic ones. Or not plastic ones, what a dumbass. Stainless steel ones that I have. So that's going to be an M4 also. I'll probably have to order an M4 kit or find mine. So that's on there for now. I will have to order a pinion gear. I'll slap the ESC in here. Make sure that it will reach. Look at that. these screws are way too long. So I'm going to grab different screws for this too. Throw stainless in here. Might as well. There, I got the front bumper looking different. Guys, these screw kits, if you don't have a screw kit, or you need to get one, these screw kits on Amazon are actually really nice. They're cheap. They come nicely labeled. Oh, that might have been part of my wrong. Going into the wrong hole. So we'll leave that one loose so we can get the second screw in there, and then we'll get her tightened up. So that's in there. And this usually would go through the back of here. Just so it don't get in the way of the body. I did clean up the chassis a lot, guys. If you look, you can see. So there we go. So now the only other thing this thing needs is going to be wheels and tires. And here's the thing. I do have wheels and tires that are just packed away in a box, so I'm going to have to unpack them. I think this will be it for video 1, guys. I think we'll come back with the second video. If you want to see that video and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I think we'll also get a servo in it. I have some servos in my other room. When it comes time to do that, we'll do that too. Got a cover. Up there for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like and subscribe, and we will be back for part 2 of this.